Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Barb. Good morning. Listen, I was going to talk about Impressions Expo, some of the samples that I got there. But listen, good morning, Cindy. Um, there's something, and it's been around for a couple of weeks. I guess I'm behind. I'm behind. Good morning, Gail. Um, this whole lace edge applique. Yeah. So I figured it's Evelyn, good morning. I figured it's time that we address what's hot in embroidery today. All right. Hey, Doug. Doug's uh, camping in his gloriously wonderful RV. Yeah. Um, listen, yeah, RV, hotel on wheels. Um, so yeah, let's let's uh let's bring this up here. I did a little internet research, online surfing, and I did find some ready-made samples. You want to see? Here we go. Yeah, add to scene. You are so right, Barb. Barb is saying that embroidered lace border is much better than trying to actually uh, use an eyelet lace. Um, where'd you go? Da, da, da. Okay, so, oops, wrong click. All right, so here, just a couple of samples that I found. And of course, these are on Etsy, but I do believe these are the pieces that we've been seeing stitching out as we go. Um, and these are all alphabetic fonts. Um, I put I don't know, can you see it? Should I enlarge it a little bit? Let's see what we got here. Let's make some adjustments. Okay, so these are just a few of what I found. I did a uh, search on Etsy. Doug, you're absolutely right. Better than a hotel. He's got his own bed in his rolling hotel. Awesome. So these are on Etsy. I did a search for lace applique embroidery, and there were many, many others, but these are the ones that I sampled here. And if you're looking for them, if you're looking for some ready-made lace, um, Creative Appliques One, Blue Gem Embroidery, KV Florida. Those are the ones that I have posted here. But listen, what if you don't want the alphabet? What if you want to do lace around a heart or I don't know, a diamond or a square? What if you want a shape other than the alphabet? What if you want, let me go here. Is that the first one I wanted? No, let's go here. Heart. Yep. What if you wanted a heart? Well, you almost have to get your own. Now I'm going to open up a new screen and we're going to put a shape in here. And I'm going to catch up with comments. Letty's here. Good morning, Letty. Woohoo! Diane. Sorry, I'm just getting caught up, people. Here, Barb made a comment. Let's take a look at it. It says, Letty, the embroidered lace is so much easier than using actual lace. I tried actual lace once. couldn't get the lace to miter the corners, and there were raw edges. So yeah, let's see what we can do with this. So here, this is what I want to show you. We're just going to take a shape, just any old shape. Let's take a shape. What do we got here? No, we don't want to do a Christmas tree. Here, let's just do this one. Make it a line. And then we're going to go into, now you know I work in Wilcom, but any software that has a motif function, did I miss some? Any software that has a motif option, you can add a motif. You create your running stitch, you go to your motif uh, options, and you pick out a pattern, right? And if the pattern's going the wrong way, you can go to reverse it and it will flip over. And you can do this with any of the pre-made patterns. But what if what you want, oh, that's kind of pretty. What if what you want isn't in there? What if you want something that looks a little lacier? And Barb actually asked me if the 26 version of Wilcom had any new motifs, and I went looking, and hi, Joan. Oh, I'm glad you made it. But there weren't any that were lace worthy. I mean, there are others. Let's see. What do we got here? Cross, black work, lace work. Did not have lace work, was more for filling in, not so much for edge work. So I determined that, to get this, we are going to need to make our own. So I found on the internet a lace pattern. Whoops, too much. Now, granted, this is a more satin stitch. Is that shape 23? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, Letty. I went kind of fast. Tell me what you're looking at. So this lace is more of a satin fill, but we're going to make it really, really small. We don't want to go any more than, say, 5 to 10 millimeters, which is, whoops, I got a little crazy. On the motifs, was that it was one of the options. All right, well, let's go back. Do, do, do. I have a visitor, Carly. Since I got back from impressions, my cats have been overly attentive. They're never attentive. Do not sit on the keyboard, Carly. Why is this not letting me select it? Come along. Where is it? Oh, don't do this to me. Oh, Nayla. Oh, I'm assuming Nayla is maybe your cat or dog. Yeah, they did. They missed us. But just what is going on? I'm sorry. We may have to shut this down and start over because my lace function is not showing up. I'm sorry, my motif function is not showing up. Let me see if it's a So talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Sequence, edit tools, manual tools, select tools. Why is this not showing? We're in trouble now. Let's get back to the hearts. Um, you're right. We can do it at a later time. But see, the thing is, I can't even get in there right now. It won't even pop up. Anybody have any suggestions? Just throw it out there. Be happy to try anything you got. But I'm going to ask Wilcom, where is my motif Docker? To access the motif Docker in Embroidery Studio, you can use the Docker toolbar or the window menu. The Docker can be docked on either side. Yes, Doug, it is 26. You need to manage. Okay. So it says it is Docker toolbar. Hey, Debbie. Motif. Hooping. Legacy. Shiftly. Sequence standard. Styles. Applique tools. Digitizing. Editing. Nope. Whole manual. Outline. Reshape. We're in trouble. Okay. Hi, Barb. Barb, we're having some technical difficulty. Evidently, I killed the Docker for my motifs. We're going to try one more thing and keep our fingers crossed. Oh, I wonder if I did this. New from template. Normal. Okay. It did have an update. Technology drives me crazy too. Um, yes, 26 did have an update, and I did update, though I'm not sure exactly what it did. Um, Object properties, sequence, hide, lock, copy. Okay, let's see if we can do this over here. All right, where do we go? We're going back to the heart, right? Oh, it's back! Yay! Okay, so, um, so here we are. We're going to rewind, go back a second. Look at that! I lost so much time. Okay, so um, this is a satin lace, but we don't want a satin lace. We want to keep our lace at about 10 millimeters. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use some lines. We're going to pick the section we want to replicate. And the nice thing about a lace like this we can do one half, and then we can select all the pieces. We're going to group this, and then we're going to mirror. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm positioning my mirrored piece. And then once we have it mirrored, we can branch it. Now, okay, so we have the element we want to create a motif with. It's within our 10 millimeters. Now remember, 10 millimeters, just slightly under a ½ inch. Yes, Doug, 26 has a lot of awesome features, just like that answer piece. You can ask it questions, um, and it will search it out for you. Okay, so now we're going to create the motif. To create the motif in Wilcom, you go up to, where to go? I always have to search for that. So, this is not an issue with the machine or the software. It's a me issue. Make sure I got it selected. Edit, flip, design, object, create a motif. See, I told you it's there. I just get lost. Now, what do we want to call it? I set up a motif folder called Border Lace Applique. So we're going to call this one, I don't know, Lace 3. Of course, you can have, you can use much more descriptive terms. I'm just going to call it Lace 3. So now we've created it. Now we just need to tell it where to start and where to stop. All right. Oh, I must have some distance. Okay. So we got a start and a stop. Lace has been created. Yay. All right. Now I'm going to go back to the full screen here. This is the one we just created. This is one I created the other day. In preparation for today. One of the things that I didn't take into consideration is I don't need a leading line to tell my software to go to the next position. So I don't like that one. Now, this heart is, I believe, 8 inches across. And of course it's locked. Yes, it is 8 inches across, so it's perfect for that front of shirt. So just like any other applique, you're going to need a placement line, which is what we have here. A placement line. This is that piece that I created. We're going to get rid of it. Oh, no. We're going to hide all of this. Hide. Cindy says she got her 26 Wilcom. Son is going to try to come to the shop tomorrow and install it for me. I'm afraid to do it myself. I don't want to lose any of your files. Cindy, move your files, if you haven't already, to their own folder. Just, copy and paste. You won't lose your files. Yes. You'll see. Just a moment, you're going to see how this works. We're going to change this so a different color. And then this, we'll just duplicate this line. Our placement stitch. This is going to be our lace. And it doesn't, it's not a jump, Jenna. It is, it actually travels to the next position. So we're going to take this and we're going to select the, oh, of course, we need to adjust our spacing. Let's make it a little bit more. And then we just start doing our edits. Letty is saying that she needs to create another external hard drive off in her IT cabinet. She ordered her scanners to hook up, but the ZSK for barcode reading. So it's gonna, yep, time to reset things. Okay. So here's our lace. This is the piece that we just created. Now we're gonna do some edits here, but first I want you to know that the next thing you need to do is you need to create a line, a stitch. So we're going to duplicate that. I'm going to change its color. Now remember, when you do applique, you have to secure the edge of the fabric or material. You can do a couple of different things. You can use a zigzag. You can use a satin stitch. You can use, what is this called? I forgot. I always call it a blanket stitch. Um, and again, remember, if with a stitch like this, if you want it to stitch in the other direction, you can reverse. Oh, that looks good. Okay, so our applique is finished, except we've got some issues here. All right. Now, I have not downloaded any one of the pre-made fonts to see how they handled this. Um, but I know how I would handle this. We're going to hide our blanket stitch. We're going to hide our placement stitch. Then we're going to come up here. Actually, I should unhide that so I can see what I'm doing. Yep. Okay. So we can do a couple of things. Oh, I did not like that. We need to make an edit to our motif. Let's go back to our motif. Yep, that's exactly why that happened. We need to change our stop and starts. We need to recreate our motif. What did we call this one? Lace 3. Okay. Yeah, we're going to overwrite the other one. Yes. Start, stop. Okay. And there we are. That's better. I don't know if you noticed, but the start of the stitching was up here, and we actually need it to be lower. Okay, so we have this issue right here. We know that our line goes all the way around. It's a continuous running stitch. We can try to move this motif over, this application here over just a bit, but it should just flip to the other side, which is not exactly what we want. Or we could try to, let's see what if happens if you need to do some editing, is basically where I'm going with this. You need to do some editing to get an extra piece in there. So we're going to take and we're going to cut our line. Then we're going to find the end of our line. That is not the end of our line. And then we're going to move it where we want it. All right. Shall we look at it full size here so far? And fit. Some of the spacing, sometimes the spacing is going to cause that overlap. And that's where your edit comes in. We needed to edit this so that we didn't have a wonky point. You could use variable spacing. Actually, it's all right. Let's go back. The nice thing about Willcom is I can go back as far as I want. Do, do, do. Oh, that was too far. Hey, Jesse. Good to see you here. So let's put on the variable spacing. Yep. Didn't really change anything. So again, we're going to go larger. I like to work on a larger screen or larger piece. We're going to take and we're going to cut this. I'm going to remove that bit. We're going to say hello to Carly. There we go. We're going to adjust our line. Until we get it where we want it. We're going to change this 15.5. Okay, so this isn't quite what I want, but of course we'll have to, okay. Carly, Evelyn says hello. She says thank you very much. Okay, so we've got this relatively okay. We'll tweak it out some more. But now we have this one up here. And basically we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come over here. There is, you can measure it. Sorry, Jeanette was asking if there is, we'll give that a try, Letty. She was asking if there was a way to know the width of our motif, and there is. You just measure it. Measure, and this is 15.83, which means we could go, let's see what happens, 15.83. It moved, not much, but it moved. So yes, we have this part here. So we're going to go back to fit. We're going to cut, which is what Letty suggested. Going to come back up to the top. The whole point today is to tell you that you can do this for yourself. You can make your own motif. you can make your own motif to create your own lace. I'm actually kind of liking this lace. Let's see, we're going to go down to 200. Yeah, because it does take a bit of work, but you know, we got this. All right, let's hide these two. Hide. That's all hidden. Get rid of our guidelines. The guidelines were just to tell me where the 10 millimeter spot was. Do a fit. Don't forget our edge on hide. We're just going to make this a long running stitch. There it is. We need to fix this up a little bit down here at the bottom. But I think overall, we have our lace. What do you think? You should try it, Letty. Can't hurt, right? It should be fun. Sometimes adding a node works. Yeah, sometimes you're right. Sometimes adding a node does work. Um, Again, it's just you just need to fiddle with it till you get it exactly what you want. And with the exception of our bottom point here, I'm actually quite happy with this. And then in the center, we could, I love you. Create a text. Change the font to something pretty. Do you have, Barb was wondering, was asking about using the motif creation tool. Um, Barb, do you not have that? I know that the base, that was not what I wanted. I know that the basic software has motifs that you can use, but it does not include the advanced motif element allows you to actually create and save your own motifs. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. I'm just making a fun little piece. I want to put another word in there. You want to create a marrow stitch? You should talk to Jeff. Doug wants to create a marrow stitch or a marrow-like stitch, a faux marrow stitch. There are uh, two creators that I'll recommend. Um, Eric Campbell created, yeah, Eric Campbell created a motif. I'm sorry, a faux marrow stitch um, for embrilliance. It's a patch add-on for your embrilliance package. And Jeff Fuller created a foam marrow stitch, which got all of this excited. Everybody got excited for it because it was the foam marrow stitch was has been people have been trying to replicate that for years. Well, Jeff Fuller actually did it, um, and it looks great. So he is the person I would suggest you talk to. There we go. That's our t-shirt. Actually, our sweatshirt. I'm not a big one for putting large pieces on sweatshirts or t-shirts. So let's see. Gray has a PDF on how to load the marrow stitch in Wilcom. There you go. Oh, that's what you're trying to say, Barb. Barb was saying that she has it loaded into her motifs, and I kind of got lost because I do that. But anyways, people, this is creating your own motif. I really kind of like these. I really like this lace piece. And now that I have that motif created, let me come up here and say, hey, now that I have that motif created, I can use it on other things. What do you think? Do we have any questions on how to create the motif, on how to save the motif? You're welcome, Diane. And maybe some of these other motifs in oh, I lost it again. Darn it. So maybe Cindy had a question. Let me go back, Cindy. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Above. Cindy, I lost what you were saying. I'm sorry. What is above? I thought you were making reference to where I wanted to put this word and. Maybe you were. Maybe it was something else, but I'll go look for it. John! Yay! Look at this. Okay. Um, all right. So we'll hang out for just a minute. Shall we go back to samples of from In Brilliance next week? You know, we postponed our show, which is fine. I don't mind. I kind of got excited about this one. Barb actually brought it up in a message, asking if there was a motif that was suitable, and that just said, do this. Hey, Brenda from Michigan. Brenda from Michigan. Hi. Um, so yeah, here we are. Shall we if you have any thoughts, if there's a technique or something you want to learn, pop me off a message. I am happy to help. Just 1 second. I am not liking where some of these are positioned. So, you can move these. Just like with lettering and fonts, it is. I hadn't seen you before. Oops. We don't want to do that. But you can move these. Just like with lettering and fonts. I didn't like this overlap here, but I can fix that later. I want to wish all of you a good weekend. Let me know if there's anything you want me to help you with. I'd be happy to put it out here for everybody. Um, it's so nice to see everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna sign off now. Go get a fresh cup of coffee and work on some motifs. Yeah, I really like this one. Love my ring things. My ring things. Oh, these are stitch outs that I've done. This one right now is one of my favorites. It's called the Burning Couch. One of my clients needed one. Um, so yeah, I change them out on occasion. Give you something to look at. All right, I gotta say goodbye. Oh my God! All right, going back. Joanne. My question was using this motif lace for freestanding lace, like the bridal lace you made me. You could, as a fill, let's just make a box. We'll take that box and we will go over here for a motif fill. And then you go to where you have that motif, and we called it border lace for applique. So yes, you can fill it, and then, oh, that was the wrong heart lace. Sorry, lace 3. There you are. So we can fill, and then we could, I know it's in here somewhere. Spacing, we can offset so that they're not all laying next to each other. Of course, I'm not getting that right, but it's something that can be done. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, and I did all of that and you couldn't see a thing. Cindy, simple answer to your question, yes. You can use this motif to fill a space. All right. I'm going over here and we're going to say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. That fun? Do you have more questions? Do you want to learn something new? Join me at quicktostitch.com for coffee and conversation, and we'll talk about it. Embroidery machines, designs, and business. Hope to see you soon. Bye now.